So guys, this In the Cut series is primarily focused on GTA MCs. This is where I like to focus on and shine a light on the best MCs in the community. But at the end of the day, it's my live stream, and I'll do whatever the hell I want with it. And one of the things that I've always had a lot of interest in is how GTA crime families operate. Back in the old days, 2013, 2014, there were big beefs between GTA crime families and MCs. You didn't have as much drama between the MCs that you have today. You had a lot more animosity between crime families and MCs. Today, it's not so much the case. I would say that, again, there's a lot of beef within the MC community, but it's primarily isolated to MCs. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for us. Now, the tensions have sort of subsided, and everybody's kind of friendly. I've known the Don here for a long time. We've been playing together for a long time. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to get inside one of these mafia families and learn more about them. So let me ask you this, Dawn. Do you guys operate in sort of a secretive fashion? It feels to me like, I don't know, crime families. Is sort of keeping things low-key and private to yourselves, is that kind of how you normally operate?
I mean, kind of. We're a small crew. So, yeah, that's kind of the general gist of it. But now when it comes to social media platforms and things like that, we're pretty loud and open.
Yeah.
Just the mafia community as itself is very, very small, almost non-existent really. So, yeah, we kind of kick about in the MC community more than anything really. You can check out our Instagram and stuff, and that's really the only place you hear about us. A lot of the time we're in private lobbies, but when we're in public lobbies, there'll not be too many of us. We'll just be kicking about, killing some guys.
And Don Lorenzo, it seems to me like the crime families have kind of contracted a fair amount lately. Why do you think so many of the crime families have gone away, and why do you think the Bianchis are still so strong?
Mostly because we're based on loyalty. We're based on standards. When you see these other crime families and they've not got a lot of structure to it. They've not got a lot of initiative when it comes to actually playing the game and running their crew. And it's a lot like they just let anyone in. We don't just let anyone in. We have a very strict application process, and yeah, very, very few people get in. Like, realistically, we're quite a small crew. Probably most of our crew is in here right now. So, yeah, we're very tight-knit in that sense, but other crime families they like to be big, and then they disappear. And we're not fussed about being big. We just want quality over quantity.
That makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, I gotta think that in terms of rising up through the criminal ranks, if you will, in a crime family, I gotta think there's a lot of pressure being the Don. I would tend to think that a lot of the guys in the family would kind of be working their way up the ranks, Don, ultimately. What do you think? How does that process work? Like, how do you become a Don of a family? How do you maintain that position? Is it done through democracy? Is it done through, strength and hard work? I mean, how exactly, for example, did you become Don of the Bianchi crime family?
Me myself, I only joined the GTA community in December 2015.
Okay.
Either January 2016 or December 2015. And like I didn't know crews like this existed at all. MCs, militaries, mafias, any of it. So I basically saw this guy's post, and he was running a family called the Salvetti family, and I thought, hey, that looks really cool. I'm gonna join that.
Yeah.
Things started falling apart in that family. There's a lot of disagreements between me and that Don. So it basically got to a point where there was going to be too much between us. He decided to shut down the family, and I was looking to join another family. At that point, I didn't know about the MCs and stuff, but I was just looking to join another family. There was only one I had my eyes set on, and they was taking too long to kind of apply to get me in.
Yeah.
So on March 24th, 2016, I created the Bianchi Crime Family, became Don. Not really anything I had to do about that. At that point, when the community was a lot bigger, you kind of had to ask permission, what we had called blessings.
Yep.
So there was a couple of families that blessed us, and then basically every other family in the community said, all right, yeah, these guys are cool. These are Bianchis, let them in. Um,
I
then
like
things
that.
started falling apart, and yeah, then like not in our family, in the community, um, things started falling apart. So yeah, it basically became freelancing dons more than
Okay.
an actual structure to becoming one.
Yep.
And then yeah, I just maintained my position in this family. Um, for a while, it's been very, very small. And at one point, it got very big, but at that point, we had very little standards for members. Um, and then we kind of saw, right, this ain't working. Let's up things up, and this is where we are today.
I got you. Now it seems to me like, anybody can start a crew, right? Anybody can go on social club and in 3 minutes have a crew. But it seems to me like to maintain the test of time, particularly, again, as the head of a crew, I look at, in my own, sort of MC community, the amount of work that the officers in our clubs put in is staggering, and they can't do it all alone. They need to have, strong people around them to handle, all of the day-to-day tasks that have to happen. I mean, you have to have the support of, sort of a strong network. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the top guys providing, the leadership and the drive and making sure that, the things are getting done that need to happen. Do you
Absolutely.
find that to be in your crew as well? I mean, is it like a part-time job for you, basically, being the dawn of this family?
Yeah, it kind of is. It takes a lot of thinking about. It's like, not that I'm obsessed, but like, a lot of the time I'm thinking about the crew.
Yeah.
Thinking like this stream. I was thinking, right, is there any way we can get a few more guys on?
Yep.
Um, that's just an example. Like, yeah, keeping the structure together is a lot dependent on us guys. Right here, obviously, we got Vito, Angel, Adriano. Um, there's Kira as well, but she can't attend today, unfortunately.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, these are our top guys on PS4. But as you know, we're on Xbox One as well. Um, yeah, these guys, they maintain a lot of the stuff for the crew.
Yep.
But the way we see it, it's everyone's share. If you're part of it, you put your work in.
Right. Right. Now let me ask you a question. I mean, to me, it seems like no detail has sort of been, left unconsidered. I mean, as I look at your clothing, your color coordination, your uniforms, it's very apparent to me that you guys, sort of put a lot into that. So I have a very serious question for you. Did you want to organize this initial conversation to happen next to this wall, which has red and black in it? It's just to match your outfits.
That's just a that's just a happy coincidence, I suppose.
It's
The
like the
lighting as
perfect
well.
freaking
Look at the
backdrop.
lighting, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
You got the red lighting, you got the black buildings and red lights on them in the background. Like, this is like the optimal place to sit and talk with you guys. I guess I just wish there was a little bit more light directly on you guys so we could see how fly you all look. It's pretty great. It's pretty
Hey, we can
great.
move to the front of the club if you want, though.
Yeah, let's go over here. So it's not actually.
Let's go.
Where do you guys usually hang out? Like, where do you kick it? Is this sort of a normal hangout for your crew, or where do you guys normally sort of when you're just sort of chilling and not up to any specific activities? Where do you guys do that?
Yeah, it's usually here.
Okay.
We have basically like a headquarters
Yep.
on both
Yep.
Xbox One and PS4.
Uh huh.
We've got a mansion on PS4 because it's the bigger side of the crew, we're fancy.
Yep.
And yeah, on Xbox One we have a compound. Basically, a lot of the time when we're not doing anything specific, we are either here, the office is at Arcadius Business Centre, or we're at the mansion.
Got you. Got you. Now, as I'm looking at these guys, it seems to me like everybody knows where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing. Why don't you just take me through just organizationally, as I noticed, different clothing styles, I noticed different sort of positions. It's very apparent to me that, again, everybody sort of knows where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing. Can you just kind of take me through your organization? What am I looking at here?
So like well, should I start with the uniforms?
Yeah, sure.
Right, so yeah, we get like the uniforms. The uniforms are different ranks. The only uniform that is the same for different ranks is a councillor and vice capo.
Okay.
Associates wear. Let's see an associate. Okay, so over here. Similar to how MCs are run, we are our equivalent of what you would call patches is made members. And our equivalent of what you would call prospects or hangarounds are associates. Same concept as these guys. Realistically, nothing to do with us. They are working for the crew, trying to prove themselves to get in. But yeah, they wear these uniforms like so. This guy over here, this Devon J. Doyle.
Yep.
So he is level 4 or something daft because he's brand new to GTA. So we just kind of make a makeshift uniform for, you know, what he can put up with for now.
Yep.
And then obviously when he levels up, he can get the proper associate uniform.
Okay.
Then we get the made men. So Alonso here, he's a made man. That's when he kind of gets his jacket. That's when he's actually part of the family. So that's the uniform they make. There's a few different customization options, just like the glasses and the hats and stuff like that. But yeah, the uniforms are very much the same. Every uniform is based on red and black though, because the crew theme is red and black. You know, our website's red and black. A lot of our pictures are red and black. You know, everything, vehicles, all of it.
And is that just because it looks dope, or is there like sort of a underlying meaning or symbology to that?
There's a little bit. So, in the older GTAs, a lot of the things are based around, like the gangs and stuff. They often look the same. They used to stand in certain ways. Like you'd see the trios standing on the street, wearing the same stuff, and then they'd always have like color-orientated vehicles. Same as like the Ballers and the Grove Street gangs down there. We kind of like that. We like to have a certain colour sense. It used to be blue and white time back, but since like July 2016 or something daft, we've been red and black.
Right on. Well, it looks sharp as hell, that's for sure. All right, carry on with your explanation. Are there additional ranks based on... Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so made men, just by the way, are like... you're... What do you call it? Like an equivalent of a regular patch.
Yep.
But yeah, then we move on to the enforcers. So they wear a more black uniform.
Yeah, I see the gloves.
Their men look a lot sharper. The men are stand out, obviously, towards the made men and associates.
Yep.
Which is why we have them with the black jackets and the black pants and the black hats. Yeah, these guys, they basically... The men are stand out so that people have the sense of authority when they're around them. You know, when there's a bunch of these guys walking down, but there's one of these guys with them, they know, all right, you know, that's the boss.
He stands out, right?
Yeah, stands out. And then the councillors and vice capos have a different uniform. Adriana, where are you at?
Behind you.
Oh, yeah, here you are. Yeah, so, yeah, just come forward a bit. Let's get you in the light. Okay, yeah, so they have a very similar outfit to enforcers, but they have it double-breasted. That's kind of to show...
Oh, I see, yep.
You know, like the enforcers have the single buttons, but the vice capos and councillors have the double buttons. That's kind of like a... You know, these guys have more authority.
I got you. It's to demonstrate.
And then there's a capo
rank.
which currently isn't on, which is like it's like a long coat. Well, I don't know how to explain it really. It's just like an overcoat.
The same as what I've got on,
Yeah. Pretty much the same as what Vito's got on.
Okay.
but a red shirt like this.
I see.
And then the higher ranks, so above capo, which is the top 4 ranks, the Don, the underboss, the head capo, consigliere, they basically make their own red and black uniforms. So Angel made up his, Vito made up his, I made up mine. We don't currently have a consigliere, but they would make up theirs.
Okay.
Because we are individual ranks, so there's no point really having a specific uniform for it.
I got you. And how does one earn their ranks within the organization?
Well, as an associate, how you start off is basically we put you through hell.
Right.
Yeah, we put you through hell. We basically try to make you leave the crew. Obviously, we have fun and stuff like that. It's like a love-hate relationship between us and associates. It's like you know, they do their work. We treat them a little bit nicer, but we do things called pledges. Pledges are things we make them do purposely that they do not want to do. That can be a whole range of things, you know, running around the map, usually with cherry can out so we can make sure I'm not in first person and cheating. You know, going in front of an audience like us and going and singing Katy Perry songs.
I love that. It's one of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
fun. Yeah, absolutely love doing that to people. Sometimes getting people just in the party randomly and there's a chicken taunt action. So basically making them do a chicken taunt action and doing clucking sounds.
No way.
Make them do that for like an hour.
Okay.
Oh my lord, it is.
For an hour?
It's brilliant. Yeah, sometimes it can be a long ass time.
Oh no.
Um,
Okay.
He had a really ugly character as well, and you just look like a chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Oh, Kira's here as well.
So why do you
Yeah,
think it's
and-
important to put them through hell?
Because it tests their tolerance. So, you know, the crew's not an easy place to be in. If you're going to go up through the ranks, that takes tolerance, that takes dedication, it takes loyalty. If you're not willing to do that type of stuff, you're not really serious about the crew. We try to split up the crew from those that are in it to be dedicated and commit, to those that, you know, are just here for a laugh, you know, just here to piss around, whatever. So it's more of a, right, you do this, and you're showing to me that, you know, you actually want to be here. You're not going to do that shit if you don't want to actually be here.
What makes it difficult to be part of the family? Like, what are some of your rules, for example, that or you know, performance expectations within the family?
Well, rule-wise, yeah, we are pretty strict. We have uniforms, obviously. They're going to be worn at all times. Sometimes, obviously, if we slack in, you know, just being casual, we'll wear casual stuff. But yeah, uniform-wise, we try and keep that as neat as possible. But when the actual rules, it's very much like a mafia version of a 1%. You know, we pretty much stick to ARs only, but the moment someone uses something against us that is not ARs, whether that's BST, off-radar, ghost, RPGs, APCs, all of that stuff, then, you know, that's it. You've lost the game, you've ruined it for us. Right, we're going to use it all back. And
So
we'll bring
you
in a
can
few
so
other
you can
guys.
go full weapon wheel
100%.
if somebody shoots an RPG at you, for example.
Yeah, so we stick to ARs only, or basically any of the allowed weapons, like non-automatic shotguns, ARs, pistols, small SMGs. But yeah, the moment someone uses something that exploits our rules, that's it, we're full out.
Right on. Man, I'm so jealous. I wish I could do that. Yeah, we can't. I'll have all kinds of exposed videos up within 24 hours. But man, the way that Rockstar has added so much OP content, does that affect your gameplay?
Absolutely.
In what regard?
Because it's bullshit, same way it affects your content, really. It's like, we go into a free aim session, we expect to be playing free aim, you know, ARs. You know, when you come to free aim, you're taking away lock-on. Now,
Yeah.
an RPG does not have lock-on at
Right.
all. Unless it's a homing launcher. A minigun does not have lock-on.
Yeah.
You know,
Technically
BST is just
free aim,
bullshit.
but it's not really.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're only
It's-
in it, I always say this, if you're only in it just for easy kills, go to assisted aim because it's wicked easy. You just lock
exactly,
on,
that's
squeeze the
very easy
trigger.
kills in that.
And it's the same thing with the minigun. It's the same thing with the rockets. If you're just in it for easy kills, why would you even come to free aim if you're not interested in actually aiming?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, I mean, I just go into lobbies and kill people. If they're using an APC or something, I'll see how far I can get
Yeah.
just by using an AR or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes I just stick to ARs, but yeah, the moment I think, right, this is bullshit, they're using all sorts of, you know, OP stuff against me. APCs and just constant RPGs, the tryhards that just use bull shark and marksmans all the time. Well, that's it, that's just me. Either, if it's not very far into the game, you know, I've not been having much money in the lobby in the first place, and stuff it, you know, I'll move on, but if I feel that I'm getting that kill back on you, then yeah, I just go full out on them.
Right on.
Same with the rest of the crew. Use bullshit against us, we use it back.
Yep. Yep. No, it makes perfect sense. And where did the rules of the mafia families originate, and is there a sort of standardization? I mean, obviously within the MC community, people talk about the 1% code, and there's slightly different interpretations as to what that means. But for the most part, most people pretty much get what it what we're referring to when we talk about the 1% code. Do you have a similar sort of code amongst mafia families, and if so, how is it established, and how broadly is it applied?
Um, yeah, we don't. Well, we do have like a set code in a way. Where that originated from, I have no idea really. We used to have like commissions. So back, like from GTA 4 up to the newer GTA 5. Um, in the first like year or two of GTA 5, it was kind of we had commissions, which is basically a bunch of different families come in, make an agreement. They have like a meeting every week or 2 weeks or whatever, and they basically say, right, these are the rules. This update came out. Do we need to change these rules? Or and the families were auto aim or free aim at that point, but now it basically came into free aim only. Obviously, there's a few auto aim families every now and then, but it was basically formed by commissions a long, long time back. And what you would say your 1% or 99% code is really what we would say as legit or unlegit. I mean, I don't use the terms personally. I just find them cringy. But
Sure, I know what you mean.
there's a lot of other
Same.
mafias that say, if they was to use an RPG, they say, oh, you're unlegit, that type of stuff.
I
Um,
got you.
who can be the most legit? It's like a competition, basically. But we don't really use that sort of sense. And the smaller the mafia community gets, seeing as it's practically non-existent now, it's more of a, well, we do what we want. You know,
Right.
we're doing we're doing better, so we go by what we go by.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Hey, do you want to show me another location in addition to this? We can chat while we
Yeah, sure thing.
roll. Yeah, let's go.
Um, yeah, how shall I hook up with Marcel and his boys? So, here, Jerry. Is he FK? Yeah, do you want to jump into the chat, say we're off to the mansion? If you want to get Marcel and his guys positioned up down there, and we'll head up in a moment. The mansion.
What?
What the hell?
Firefighters just wanted to come through, I guess, and see what's
Throw
happening.
us down in the cut.
That's kind of
Episode
random. There's
6,
no fire or
firefighters.
anything going on. Yeah, episode 6 of In the Cut, the Los Santos Fire Department. There's your preview. Yeah, so a lot of guys are wondering, sort of again why, the series is called In the Cut. Why are we having a mafia family on here? For me, like I say, it's personally, I'm just very interested in, because I see you guys from time to time. I see mafia families every once in a while out there in free mode, and they always seem so organized. And it kind of, again, reminds me back of the early days when mafia families and MCs used to beef a lot, and I've just always been very interested ever since then. So I'm, kind of taking the opportunity on this stream to learn a little bit more. And when I was talking with other friends in the MC community, they had the same feeling. They were like, "Man, I'm dying to know more." In the future, I may feature other types of crews as well. There's a whole bunch of different, sort of little subcultures and communities within the larger GTA community where they have their own, sort of evolved, little micro structures and norms and rules and this kind of thing. And I'm dying to learn more about these communities. The In the Cut series itself is primarily focused on MCs. This is, because the MCs is such a small part of the community, and they take the game so seriously and are often so closed off from other parts of the community. I wanted to have an opportunity to shine some light on some people that I think are doing good things in the community. So I made the decision to add your crew to this because I love the stuff that you do on Instagram, Don. I think you have really high quality stuff. I see that you work very hard to stay clear of as much of the drama as possible in the community. Do you think I mean, how difficult is it for you running a crime family to, sort of not get dragged into that sort of stuff?
Appreciate the compliment, by the way, dude. But yeah, drama and stuff. We kind of stay away from it. I mean, there's your crew every now and then that comes to a fight, but drama is consistently not really any. The Mafia community, I mean, there's like 5 families left on PS4, including Bianchi. But they're more, oh no, they're pretty much only TDM crews now. They're just like TDM mafias. They do not like us at all. Not a single one of them like us at all. There's one the other day that messaged me saying they want to meet up and stuff, and a long time back in like December 2016, we basically said, yeah, we've had enough. It was the same thing over and over again, it's drama.
Yeah.
And when it's a community so small, it's just everywhere. Like, it's so hard to escape from, but it is just drama all the time. But yeah, we basically stood away from that. We thought, right, we're going to do our thing. Crews want to be friendly with us, we're going to be friendly with them.
And what kind of crews do you primarily
people
roll with in terms of friendly crews? Like, not necessarily specifics unless you want to mention it, but what kind of crews do you guys generally kick it with if you're not just doing your own thing?
Generally just MCs, because you guys have got the better part of the community. And even yourself, MC member. So yeah, we basically just hang around MCs. There's not really any mafias to do anything with anymore. So yeah, we just kick it with you guys now. But
Right on.
other than that, not many other crews.
Yep.
I
Where
think
did you
these guys
send?
up in
Where did you
Mansion
send
now,
those
but-
guys? Where did they go? They just all sort of disappeared. There was a bunch of them here, and then they were all gone.
Yeah, there's a couple fixing the cars, and then they're heading up to the mansion.
Awesome. Now let me ask you this: where did the inspiration? Where did the name Bianchi come from? Is this where did you come up with that?
Right. Pass. Right. Not a particularly dignifying story. It's basically the family I was in before, the Salvetti family. When I first joined it, their colour scheme was blue and white, and I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to kind of carry that on because we're a roleplay crew, and I wanted it to seem like we had heritage from there. And then I kind of saw that red and black looked a lot better, so I just changed it to that. But yeah, Bianchi was. I was looking for a name of blue, like a shade of blue. You get like crimson red and things like that. But I wanted an Italian named shade of blue. That's kind of how I Googled it. And then, God knows how, I got onto this bicycle company, and there's a bicycle company called Bianchi Bicycles.
Okay.
Now, God knows what I was on at that time. I was definitely on some substances, but I was looking at it and I assumed that the colour of their bikes was Bianchi blue, as in that's the shade of their bikes.
Okay.
Wasn't at all, it was sky blue. It's the sky blue. But Bianchi Bicycles, yeah, it basically came from a bicycle company.
Now, did this bicycle company conduct hits? Did they run cigarettes, interstate cigarette runs? Like, what was is there any criminal underworld connection to the Bianchi Bicycle Company that you're aware of? Or are you afraid to say?
No, literally nothing. It's just, yeah, I kind of saw it and I thought, hey, that's cool. I mean, we made it today, so.
All right, Don. As they say, with all due respect, I think you got to work on that backstory, Holmes. I think you gotta be like, there's this ancient bicycle manufacturer in Sicily called the Bianchi, and everybody, someone stole his bike one day, and that was not all right.
Yeah, it's the old Godfather.
Yeah,
came from the old Godfather movies.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so it is obviously an Italian-based crime family. Now, and not to presume too much, but I do notice you have people of different races and different genders that are members of the crew. Do you have any sort of specific regulations as it revolves around either gender or race within the club or within the crew?
I mean, most of our guys are just American or British.
Yep.
So, other than that, no, it's just if you want to join, if you're willing to put the effort in, then you can join. As long as you're 16 plus and have a mic and meet all our application requirements, then yeah, you're basically allowed in. But other than that, there's not really any other restriction towards race or gender or anything like that.
Perfect. And the only reason I ask is certainly within the MC community, there are clubs that, believe it or not, have restrictions, in terms of how far a female can rise through the ranks, for example, or
Yeah,
whether or not they can
there's a
earn
few
full
families like that
colors.
as well.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And obviously,
Well,
in
damn it.
at least from what I've seen in the Godfather movies, you got to be Italian, that kind of thing. I just want to make sure you didn't
Yeah.
have any sort of like stuff like that, or just understand it if you did. That's all. So that's why
Yeah,
I
nothing
ask.
like that goes on here. It's basically equal opportunity.
Yeah,
You come in with a good attitude, you're fine.
very good. All right,
And I
what's the
think the
next?
guys are set up at the mansion, so should we head down?
Yeah, heck yeah, let's roll.
Alright, let's go. How do you want to get with us, Dirty? Do you want to jump in one of our cars, or do you want to ride on the bike behind, or what?
I'll ride on the bike behind you so I can kind of zip around you and see how you do. You give me kind of an outside view. Plus, I won't have to go to probation for riding the car. I love those paint schemes, by the way. That looks very sharp. With the black with the red pearlescent over it. That looks nice.
Hey, Angel, do you want to swap places?
Yo.
You in the right seat, Armani?
Check. No. Try that out.
Alright, yeah, Joe, you want to go to the entrance? Dirty, so if you look on the map, here, Joey, hold on a sec, bud.
Yeah.
You drivers want to stick a waypoint on. Yeah, if you stick a waypoint on the map, or you just want to follow behind us.
Yeah, I'll
That's
probably
good.
do a little bit of both. I see them. I see where they're at.
Right, good stuff.
Do I hear beeping signals, or is that just a coincidence?
Pretty much.
Okay. I like this. Now, in terms of which would you say you play most in? Do you primarily play in free mode sessions, public sessions, or private sessions, or where do you guys usually like to play? You run in playlists? What kind of stuff do
Mostly,
you do? Yep.
yeah, as a crew, mostly in private sessions.
Okay.
Just because obviously we don't want to get blown up every few seconds, but
Yep.
um, yeah, every now and then, either I by myself or I have a couple of guys, or a few of us just go in and rule a lobby for a bit.
I got
Yeah,
you.
primarily in private sessions, just for the peace.
Yep. And what kind
And
of
the
stuff
role
are you
play.
doing in private sessions?
Yeah, like Vito said, role playing stuff.
Okay.
Can be jobs, can be role plays, can be anything really. Whatever goes on.
What does a
Training,
role play consist of? What does that mean? I'm trying to understand.
that
Like,
can go on with anything. Yeah, that's a good part to it. There's literally anything you can do with it. Some of us aren't so big into it. It's like I myself, I would do role play more as the backstories to my characters, the pictures and
gotcha.
things like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of us will do like actual in-game, communicating with the environment around them, pretty much, acting like a mafia.
That's pretty cool. And do you guys have like little stories that you run in terms of where people have different roles within the story, or
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We've all got backstories. Pretty much every single one of us has a backstory. Some
Okay.
of us, some of us have backstories like goddamn movies, but
No kidding. Yeah.
yeah, then otherwise it's just casual, like you're just living life.
Very cool.
But yeah, everything is based around backstories when it comes to roleplay.
Okay. And are you active only on PS4, or are you active on other platforms as well?
PlayStation and Xbox One.
Xbox One.
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Okay.
Although our PlayStation side is much, much bigger, Xbox One's been a lot harder to take off because the way we recruit on PlayStation is a lot more limited. No, other way around, I mean. The way we recruit on Xbox is a lot more limited as the way we recruit on PlayStation because we recruit a lot through communities.
Yep.
PlayStation communities. We go into them a lot, we'll post some advertisements in there. But other than that, yeah, on Xbox it's pretty small, but yeah, we are active over there as well.
Very cool. Yeah, I spend a little bit of time on Xbox, as you know. We have probably I'd say equal representation between Xbox and PS4 in our club. Um, and the nice thing is we have very well defined leadership on either side. Do you find it to be a challenge to go cross-platform for your crew, or do you have sort of capos or lieutenants or something over there that run the Xbox side of the house for you, or is that something you have to try to tie together yourself?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any on there right now. We don't have any leadership on there right now.
Yep.
It's basically split between um, me and Angel, because we go over there because we've both got Xboxes as well.
I got
But
you.
we get a few guys over there from PlayStation if they have Xboxes, like Marcel. Um, but yeah, the way we plan to run it is exactly how we do it on PlayStation. So we got street crews. There's the Bianchi Los Santos street crew. That is for PS4. And then there's Bianchi Blaine County street crew, which is for Xbox One. And yeah, we basically run it in the same way. So on Xbox One, we'd have a capo over there, a vice capo over there, a counsellor, and then again the same ranks would follow down to enforcers, maidmen, associates. Same thing on PS4, and then there's the top 4 ranks, which are, well, currently we only have top 3, me, Vito, and Angel, and we kind of go between both. We run both.
Okay.
So that's the general gist for that.
That's great. All right, Dawn, if you wouldn't mind, why don't you introduce us to everybody that we have in the party chat? Just walk up to their character as you're explaining who they are, and maybe they could, sort of tell us a little bit about their backstory as you call them out.
Let's start with we'll go in chain of command. So, yeah, Vito, if you want to shoot, you're on the bus.
Well, yeah, I'm Vito. I'm the underboss of the crime family. Basically, my backstory is like, it's about my character coming from a child all the way up to now. I started off in Italy. It all went south there, made my way to Liberty City. A lot happened there within the crime family, like, well, not this family. It's all confusing because it's literally about an hour long. I even forget myself.
All right, just give us the high points. What's your
Well,
guy like? What
basically,
kind of
I
dude
bet-
is he? Is he a chill guy? Is he a violent guy? Is he what kind of stuff do you do day to day in the crew?
Vito.
Like what's
Vito's a
what's
chill
the
guy.
underboss do? Okay.
He's had a rough life, but yeah, he's a chill guy. He gets nasty when Don needs him to be.
I got you.
Yeah. Our
Got you.
our backstories link in quite a lot.
Okay.
Like from where it sprouts from, it links in quite a lot. Like even Angel, roleplay wise, is Vito's sister.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a similar thing. It all kind of interlinks, but it's like book writing worth these backstories.
That's got to be a lot of fun trying to weave those stories together. Is that something you collaborate on?
It's a pain in the
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass to do it.
So somebody gets made, and you're like, okay, now this one has to be that one's cousin. No, but that one's cousin is a bad guy, right? Like, you gotta unravel the whole story.
Sometimes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
That
a
all
little bit.
that's part of the activity, like within the crew, we all get together, read each other our stories, get all comfortable. Angel's story is actually like
Mental.
a season of The Sopranos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I absolutely love Angel's story.
All right, well, that's a nice segue. Why don't you tell us about Angel, Dawn? Is Angel in the chat?
Yes,
Yeah, Angel, you there, bro?
yeah, I'm right here.
Again, not the voice I was expecting to hear.
Yeah, not the voice a
Yeah,
lot of people
so-
expected it.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, go on, Angel.
Yeah, my name is Angel Bianchi. I am the head capo of the Bianchi Crime Family. Basically, my backstory is all about my character growing up under the godfather of another crime family, a rival crime family of the Bianchi Crime Family. Her growing up without her actual father, which is Vito's father,
Okay.
and her realizing like that life is a lot more complicated than what her little sheltered life had led her to believe. and it's her like meeting up with Vito, realizing who and what her father stood for, and kind of taking on the mantle of like, if my father was this great man, I can be this great person too. So,
I love
and
that.
then like it just weaves and just runs and twists
So
into
it
all
gets
these
so
adventures.
confusing because
It is.
I took my father's name. That's why I'm called Vito Bianchi. I didn't even used to be called Vito Bianchi in roleplay. You know, it's just it's
Yeah,
fun.
it's
You're
just
right.
it's fun. It is definitely a fun puzzle to make. It's like it's like you got a jigsaw puzzle with all these different pieces, and you're just trying to fit them all into different places, and then it's just like when it comes together, it's just like masterpiece.
It
So,
must be sort of
Imagine Game of
halfway
Thrones with
fun when
Mafia.
somebody actually falls out of the crew and you have to do like their getting whacked or joining witness protection or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that is
yeah,
a pain in
I
the
leave
ass.
I leave that stuff up to this guy.
That's
Like, hey,
awesome.
I leave that up to this guy.
Hey, what happened to Vinny though? We don't talk about that. I love it.
Sure.
Oh,
Actually,
that's funny.
there was actually a guy called
Let's not
Vinny in the
go
crew.
there.
Yeah, let's not go into that. Let's not go into that.
Yeah, we don't talk
I
about
knew
more
it.
about
Vinny.
it
It's a
than
sore
you
spot.
can
Sore spot. Awesome. All right, I just posted a link to your website in the chat for anybody who's interested in joining Bianchi Crime Family or learning more about them, how they operate in the game. You can follow that link there after the stream and check it out. Read up some more on them. And all right, Dawn, who else do we want to talk with? Who else do we have in the chat here? All
I
right,
think that's
Alex
just Alex.
wasn't
Gang,
here.
thing, thing.
Gang
I'm
wasn't here.
Alex.
Alex, tell us
I'm
tell
Alex.
about your character and how long you've been in Bianchi, all of that.
Alright, so I've been a part of the Bianchi family for about 4.5 months now. I'm a made man. And that's it. my background, I haven't really made that deep of a background because I haven't really got into that yet,
Yeah.
but eventually I will.
What made you want to join the Bianchi Crime Family?
It's something else to do. You know, you have more friends, more people to be playing with, more creations, you know, more things to do in GTA besides whatever they give you. Because we don't just do, you know, like just jobs. We do role plays. We do everything. We do a little bit of everything. So it like freshens up the game.
I got you. I
Yes.
got you. And how about you, Top Dog? How long have you been with the Bianchis? Is he in the chat,
He's
Top
not in
Dog?
the party right now.
Oh, okay. Tell me about Top Dog real quick.
I mean, he's just an associate. He's like your prospect equivalent.
I got you.
He's
Okay,
been
so,
like a week, 2 weeks.
okay, let's hope he doesn't RPG us then.
Yeah, if he does, he'll
He'll-
regret that.
He'll regret it quickly. Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Alex, you said you're a made man now after 4 months. How long did it take for you to achieve that status within the crew?
About 3 months.
3 months?
I was an associate for a while,
Yep.
but I made it through it. Definitely worth it.
Great.
I think
And what's
Top Dog's just wandering around.
Yeah. What's the next step in the family after you've made man? What do you go to next?
You turn into an enforcer,
Okay.
and then from enforcer you turn into the top.
Great. And
Not
is that
top four, but the others, the higher.
something you
hierarchy?
want to do? Yeah. Is that something you want to progress through, or do you just want to kind of be a made man for a while, or?
I definitely want to turn into an enforcer, and then whatever opportunity is given to me, whatever opportunity I earn from enforcer, I'll take. You know, I'll earn my keep. See where I go.
That's great. And what are you looking for, Dawn, in terms of the folks who work their way up in the ranks within the family? What kind of traits are you looking for out of them?
Well, I mean, we're taking a bunch type of people, but main things we want from people is skill. We don't care about things like that. We don't care about. That's easily trained, but loyalty.
Right.
Things like loyalty we massively value in this family because it's hard to find, and like a lot of recruits come in, and not many make it at all. Simply because like a lot of them just come here for, I don't know. Someone tried joining the crew the other day. They wanted to do heists, We're not
Right.
just about heists, things like that. We're about actually staying loyal to each other. You know, more than just taking it in a game. Sure, it might be taken a bit too seriously, if anything, but I mean,
Yeah.
we're fine with that. So that's, you know, if people think, oh yeah, that's taking it too serious, that's their problem, mate. But we really only value loyalty and maturity, taking the best of the best, pretty much.
That's great. That's great. Well, like I say, you're doing something right because you guys are still around at a time when, quite frankly, a lot of the crime families have folded up, like we talked about during the first part of it. I'm interested to hear from some of the other members, Dawn. Do you recall who else didn't have a chance to talk about their backstory on the last stream that we have in the chat with us today?
I think Jerry was one of the last people.
Jerry was
Adriana,
just
did you
getting
get through
into it.
yours?
Yep.
No, I don't believe so.
Adriana, tell me about your backstory.
Well, pretty much, I moved from London. Well, my mum made me move from London due to me getting into a lot of crime and gangs. And when I moved here, I wanted a new start. I found myself working at Smoke on the Water down by Vespucci Beach. Got myself a part-time job there because of my aunt. Moved out onto the garage over at 68 and just came down to the strip club for reasons, party reasons. And I heard a few people speaking about a notorious Vito that owned the place, and I wanted to speak to him. And one thing led to another. Somehow I managed to get to have a word with him, and here I am today.
That's fantastic. Vito, is Vito in the chat with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Vito, tell us about your backstory.
Well, basically, it's quite a long one, but I'll shorten it as much as I can. 18-year-old, I was living in Italy, where I had to do a hit for my boss in my old crime family. But it was a high priority target, so obviously there was a lot of heat. So I made my way to Liberty City, where I met Don, but at this time I didn't know him as Don, I just knew him as Lorenzo Bianchi. We got into a bit of bother, and then that's kind of history for now. But yeah, we made our way to Los Santos, where Don obviously founded the family, and then started making my way up through the ranks, and then made my way to Underboss.
That is great. That is great. All right, do we have anybody else in the chat that didn't have a chance to tell their backstory during the first part of the series?
Kira wasn't here last time, but she didn't say her backstory. If she wants to say hers.
Okay, come up here.
Yeah, Kira, tell us your backstory. I'll come around.
Yeah, I've become in the family because of Vito.
Okay.
Because I found out he was my dad. Yeah, I'm actually not really have something special about my backstory. It's only like a DJ. I've been kidnapped, and yeah, saved me, his sister. Nothing special, to be honest.
No, that's great. No, that's great. It's fascinating. I love that all of the stories sort of intertwine. How do your stories come about? Like, because they obviously have to fit together, right? This is all sort of, the fabric of one big family. You guys all have to, sort of weave your individual threads together for it to make a cohesive, sort of, tale. So how does that process work as you're developing your backstories? Is that as you're an associate? Is that once you get made? Like, how does your story start to weave its way into the overall family fabric?
It kind of comes from, I mean, associates don't often make backstories. It's usually when you get to, like, made member, when you become a made man, you actually start to make your backstory. People that join a lot because of the roleplay obviously do that from the start, but it kind of intertwines just from, I don't know, like, whoever you kind of hang around with more within the crew. Every now and then, one of them will say to each other, hey, let's you know, let's change our backstories a bit. Let's make it work together a bit more. See if there's anything, you know, you can link it with.
Yeah. I
And
think
that's pretty much it for actually getting them to join together now.
I think that's fascinating. Now, the one thing that I still can't get my head around is the role play thing itself. When you guys say that you're role playing, I asked you about it a little bit earlier, but like, I'm not sure that I get it. Like, what exactly is role playing in GTA? Do you take on different voices? Do you take on like different? Yeah, go on, tell me.
we don't go that far with
Okay.
taking voice and stuff, but let me come through here a bit. Yeah, we don't go quite that far. It really, you can say it's anything. You know, we can, like the backstories, that's role playing. We could say, you know, going from content to we create about the backstories is role playing.
Yeah.
But sometimes we'll do it in lobbies as well. I mean, I personally don't do that as much, but there's some of our members like Kira and Rita every now and then they'll do some type of stuff in the actual lobby. That can be going from, I don't know, just living like normal life to doing all sorts of things like mafia based, to I don't know, extorting a store.
Now, I don't know if you can talk about it.
You can get.
Yeah, I don't know if you can talk about it, but do you guys like carry out hits, for example? So like if a crew comes to you and says, you know, Don, I'm beefing with this other crew, can you go make them sleep with the fishes? Like, do you guys take contracts and stuff like that?
No, we don't stuff any like that anymore.
Okay.
Because in the mafia community, you get the assassinations. I don't know if you know about that.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, assassinations, like how mafias work or kind of worked, is we all kind of used to role play together, all sorts of different families, and it used to work basically. If one guy didn't like the other guy, whether it's from a different family or the same family or whatever, they could do something called an assassination, which is where you pretty much kill someone in a session using allowed stuff like pistols, Tommy guns, ARs, snipers, things like that.
Okay.
You kill someone, you don't get killed yourself, you play it all legit, and then some people, like on Xbox, you go to your apartment or your office or something like that, and you just leave the session. And a lot of the time on PlayStation, it's been where you get a boat or you get a plane and you go out of the land until there's like only water on the map, on the mini map, and then you leave the session. And people put that on YouTube. They put the recording on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they call that an assassination. Now, how it used to be, if you did that to someone, it was you had to make a brand new account, brand new PlayStation account. The entire community of mafias, whether it's not just your family but every family, if they saw, right, this guy's been assassinated, that's it, you're out. If that's your account, then that's it. They don't even acknowledge it anymore. Nothing about it is even acknowledged whatsoever.
If you get
and then they have
killed.
to make a new account. Yeah, if you get killed once.
If you get killed once, you have to create a new account. Does that go for everybody, the soldiers on down, or is that just the Dawn?
Yeah, that's from everybody. I think it used to be something like associates couldn't be assassinated.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about that. I wasn't in the community back then. But that doesn't quite go the same anymore, like how it used to be. I joined when that was still happening, because I got quite a lot of assassinations into my belt. But yeah, it's really, really intense, though. It's really, really intense.
I can't even imagine all the work that goes into leveling up an account and having people they just want to kill just to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't I can't even imagine. I have somebody try to assassinate me every single time I log in. Like I can't even imagine. That is wild.
Yeah, it is a bit over the top. But on PlayStation 4, I mean on Xbox or even on any console, no one really takes it serious enough anymore. Like people do it, but like now people instead just say, "Oh, L's," or "You took my L's," and that's it. You know, that's it. You know, there's no.
Yeah.
They just, bitch and whine at each other rather than make a new account now. But I mean, we don't do any of that now anymore because it used to be based through commissions. So how the families used to play together is the dons of each family would have a meeting like every week or every 2 weeks or every month, whatever.
Yeah.
Through a commission, and that was kind of the roleplay rules and the turf rules and the assassination rules, everything like that. They kind of went over everything, and that was what each family followed. But over the years, that's disintegrated. Because that went back all the way to Liberty City in GTA 4, when that was online.
No kidding.
But so far, that's disintegrated. On PS4, it was about May 2016 time when people stopped taking it seriously. You know, no one cared about it anymore.
Yeah.
People still do them. People still do them now. Like yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, yesterday. I was fighting another family. Oh, actually, I wasn't fighting them. I was, being fine with them at first. I was just cruising around in the lobby, and one of them basically said, "Oh, I don't like you anymore," and whacked me.
Oh no! Now you would have had to have deleted your account before.
Yeah. Last time I would have had to delete my account.
Man.
Before May 2016 or so ever. But like before I've been hit, and because it has certain rules, there's a lot of certain rules you have to do for it.
Okay.
There's ones where it used to be in the commission where you had to go at least 2,000 meters out of the map. And I wasn't in Bianchi then, but I was in a crew called Salvetti family, and that was the first family I was in. That was the only crew I've been in before Bianchi, and someone assassinated me just before I left that crew.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much going to pack my bags. I was going to go. I didn't really want to make a new account, and at that point, it wasn't all about loyalty and stuff like that. It's just about role playing. And I thought, right, I'm packing my bags. I'm going. And then someone says to me, "Oh yeah, he didn't go 2,000 meters out the map." I was like, "What?" And then, like, just as I was literally about to leave the crew, another Don came to me and says, "Oh yeah, you're actually fine. He didn't go 2,000 meters out the map." And then on the same day, when they found out that, they changed the rules so that it didn't have 2,000 meters out the map. They tried to assassinate me again, but it didn't work.
That is wild, though. But the rules are very
once,
specific, though. The parameters under which you could assassinate a Don were very well defined.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that is wild. That is wild. All right, well, listen.
That's kind of.
Oh, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of died out over the years. People do assassinations. We don't personally. We don't give a shit. But
yeah.
There's still a couple of mafias that'll like do it, and they'll say L's, and they'll put it on YouTube, and then, next week they'll do the same thing to the same person.
Yeah. I got to be honest, I'm surprised that the crime families have died out the way they have, because I mean, it's a real credit to you and to your family that you guys have been able to, stay so strong and keep growing and keep thriving when so many others have gone away. I remember, like I say, back in 2013, 2014, there were crime families everywhere, and it seemed to fit in really well in GTA. Like, it makes a lot of sense, just in terms of a theme for a criminal enterprise within GTA. To me, a crime family makes a lot of sense. I think, sadly, based on the content that they've been adding lately, military organizations, paramilitary organizations make even more sense now. But I'm just surprised that there aren't more families. Would you like to see more families come together and, and sort of see a revival, or do you feel kind of satisfied by the fact that you're one of the, sort of few remaining strong?
A mix of both, to be honest. It's kind of I see other families and I think, right, like the ones currently around now, I'd happily see go. But
right.
If it was to actually become a proper community again, yeah, I'd be quite happy to see that. But it is also nice to be able to say, yeah, we're a mafia, because we hang around with MCs quite a lot. So it's nice to say, oh yeah, we're a mafia, we're different. And be able to be like one of the last surviving ones. It's quite cool.
And again, you guys really have your stuff together.
It's 50-50.
Yeah, you still remain incredibly organized, which is, again, very rare for any crew. But speaks to the discipline, speaks to how seriously you guys take themselves and take the crew that you've assembled. I think it's fantastic. I think it's really fantastic. So let me ask you, Don, do you have a playlist put together for us?
I do. Let me find it.
Yeah, we'll go and get that together.
How do you start a playlist? Playlists.
Awesome.
How do you play it? Oh, do you just select it? Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll start up for you guys now then.
All right, good stuff. So, Vito, what's your favorite thing about being a Bianchi? What do you like the most about being in the crime family?
Me, I just love logging on and coming and saying hello to the family. Even if I'm not even on the game, you know, I'll just come and join the party. You know, after a long day of work, can't really be asked with all the tryhards in the sessions. You know, I'll just
Oh
join the
man.
party, meet and talk to the guys.
Yep.
See how everyone's day has been.
And now,
He
what's your?
likes bossing us around.
That's what I was just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
ask.
bossing.
Is what kind of what kind of responsibilities do you have as the underboss in the family? Like, if any, like, do you cover off for Lorenzo when he's not around, or how does that work?
Yeah, so basically, if anything happens to the Don, God forbid, I'll have to step up. I'll have to, take the reins of the family.
Yep.
I guide people from associates all the way up to, the head capo. I'll make sure everyone's doing their job how they're supposed to be doing it. Make sure everyone's in order. Handing out punishments.
What's
which I
what's an
like.
example of a punishment that somebody would have to face in a crime family?
Well, it can literally be anything, just something tedious, that just is just gonna bore the hell out of them.
My
Like,
least favorite one is swimming around the map twice.
How often do you have to? How often do you have to do that?
That's only I haven't done it, but that's my least favorite one. Like I've had to
Swimming
swim
around the
around.
map, that'd be a serious, serious
Yeah, that's
lack of
yeah.
twice, especially. That's like clearly not learned your lesson.
Yeah. I mean,
from
I
the
haven't done it
first
personally,
one.
but I've seen other people.
Oh man, no
Singing as
fun.
well.
No fun.
We've pledged to make people sing.
What do
Singing
people?
while
Yeah.
swimming around.
What do people usually get jammed up
Pledge.
for? What is Tinkle Racing? What the? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't start this! Don't start this! What a mess!
Where was this?
Oh my goodness! My dude was wearing something called like Tinkle. It looked like he looked like a I don't know. You know what sherbet is? Do you guys have sherbet? Is that what you call it in the UK? It's
Sherbet.
sherbet. Yeah, it's like a non-dairy sort of ice cream. Anyway, yeah, it was not the most macho biker outfit ever. Yo, and I need my gargoyle. Where's the gargoyle? Oh man, that was a close one. That was a close one. All right, for you guys in the chat, if you guys have any questions for the Bianchis, feel free to fire away with any of your questions in the chat. I should have told you, Don, it would be okay to have a custom bike for this, because I do have custom gargoyles. Like one or two.
Oh well. No one's got a custom
How are you
gargoyle
guys
either.
going already? Wait for me. Wait, I'm still stuck in the loading screen. What? Oh, I'm probably gonna get kicked. This is shitty.
Are you lagging out?
Maybe. That was weird. I saw
Yo,
you
how
guys
come you
as,
guys
like,
all
markers
flew
on the
17
map.
times farther than me? You guys all fly much faster than I do. That is crazy.
In a stunt race, if you pull back while you're midair, it allows you to glide like back in PS3 days
word.
or
Okay.
old gen days.
Okay. I was gonna say, oh, we just got wrecked. That was a
Damn.
fatality. Angelo Tuzio wants to know how many families there are on PS4. He says there's still at least 30 crime families active on Xbone.
Yeah, on Xbox there's quite a lot of families. On PS4 there is probably like 5.
Like 5.
Well, I say that. Right now there's probably about 5 or 6, including Bianchi, but they usually like start up for 2 weeks, shut down
Right.
again, recycle the members into a different family, shut down again after 2 weeks, recycle the members into another family, that type of thing. So I mean, yeah, there's usually about 5 families, but they're never the same ones.
Got you.
Apart from
And
Bianchi, obviously.
I think it was Beats Custom is asking, how do you survive as a Dawn? Like, how do you protect yourself? How do you prevent yourself from getting assassinated? Or do you even care anymore and you guys just like free mode fight like everybody else does? Or
Yeah, I mean, assassinations I don't care about. You know.
Okay.
Like yesterday, when someone whacked me, it was basically they killed me once, and how it used to be you couldn't go ghost, because that was just so overpowered. You know, how are you going to find
Yeah.
anyone,
Yeah,
chase
right.
anyone when they're in ghost? Or even find them, it's stupid. But, yeah, when he whacked me, he basically ran away to the boats and boated away. but there's 2 of his guys left, and they was trying to keep me behind. And,
I got you.
I was just basically killing them. So what he did is, and the same guy I was talking to before, finding me free mode, and I was just having a chat with him, and I was saying how I really didn't give a shit about assassinations, because we were being friendly at that point.
Yep.
And yeah, then he whacked me. Sorry, I'm concentrating on this. He whacked me, and I was killing 2 of his guys. So basically what he did is, he killed me once, ran away, and put up a video of me killing his guys. So, yeah, with assassinations we don't care less. But it doesn't happen often anymore anyway, because people know we don't care less.
I got you.
But yeah, we fight in free mode a lot. That's just like how you guys do it.
You ever fight anybody called B-Mob?
Yeah, is that him asking?
I figured we had somebody troll in the chat. I can kind of tell. I can kind of tell.
It sounds like he's asking.
Yeah, it sounds like it's this dude Inactive wants to know what you think of B-Mob.
What do I think of B-Mob? If it's the one I think he's talking about, I'm not saying a name, but if it's yeah, if it's the one I think they're talking about, not nice opinions.
Just to be clear, that's the greatest insult you can ever come up with, which is basically like, wait, who? B-Bob?
Yeah, wait.
B-Blob? Never heard of them. Don't even know who they are. Oh, dude, I keep flying off the damn map. Oh man,
it's the one I'm thinking of, and I shut down anyway.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, my opinions speak for itself, really. That speaks for itself, that I shut down.
Yeah. Now, do any of you have Italian origins? Dream wants to know.
Not that I know of.
I'm a Spaniard. I mean,
Yeah, we've got people from all over the world.
Yep.
But don't think any Italian origin people.
Okay.
We used to, for sure. We definitely have a couple, but the ones I'm thinking of aren't any good anymore.
Do you guys do these stunt races a lot?
Quite a lot, yeah.
I'm surprised how well I'm doing, to be honest, because Vito stays away from races because he's terrible.
I know we have Reaperlords watching right now saying this is like the first time they've ever seen me in one of these stunt races. I never do any of this stuff. I have no idea how any of this stuff works, like, at all.
Yeah, we do these quite often.
I
Mostly
keep
for money,
passing
though.
people, but then I fly off the map. I should be in first place right now if I could stay on the damn map.
Let me guess, Adriano's first.
No, Marcel.
Oh, second.
Yeah, me and Marcel have been battling
Marcel.
it, and then he just...
Are you guys like the race champs in the family?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Marcel
I'm usually
just
up
likes
there.
to include
I'm usually top 3. But somebody didn't have to load.
Okay, okay, get it down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Yeah, or don't, just fucking... Off the map again. Dirty, dirty, dirty. What up, Lewis Bot? Welcome back. Welcome back.
If you aim your
I've got
wheels...
to say, dirty. With Mikey, you're not doing very well.
Dude, this is... Add some shotguns and tomahawks and we'll see how it goes. I don't do races. I don't ever do
I wish
like,
we had that
ever.
that mode no, not me. You and Banshee's MC did. That mode with the bikes and the shotguns and stuff. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, jousting is really popular in the MC community. That was a fun map. That was a fun map. I like meleeing people in free mode. That's one of my favorite things to do. I was in the warm-up before I started streaming today. I was absolutely smacking the heck out of people from the bike with the shotgun. It's like my favorite thing to do. Headshots with a shotgun from the bike are nasty.
Yeah.
Especially when they're on another bike, they go flying off.
Right?
Feet in the air.
So let me ask you guys this. I'm thinking about doing a new series where I bring in different types of crews, kind of like what we're doing here, where this is sort of in the cut. This is a little bit of a divergence from sort of normally what I do, which is MCs. But again, where crime families and MCs kind of came up together and had long-standing rivalries, I feel like Crime Family, doing a feature on a crime family is almost like tying into the GTA MC story in a way. You know what I'm saying? In GTA. So it doesn't feel that far removed. So I'm thinking about doing a new series with different types of crews. What other types of crews would you guys like to see me feature?
I mean, crew specifically. I have
Crew
no
specifically,
idea,
or types of crews?
yeah, types of crews. I'd say more street gangs, decent street
Street
gangs. If
gangs,
there's any.
yep.
Like
Is there
ballers
any?
and things
Are
like
there
that.
any? I don't know.
I have no idea.
They all use FAA. All the ones I've ever fought have FAA.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly TDM crews like that. I've seen a lot of TDM crews that like that.
I have my first crew picked out for the new series. I was talking with their crew leader today. It is the crew Old Coven. Have you heard of these guys?
Don't think so.
How about you guys in the chat? Have you heard of Old Coven? I just reached out to them. I just got confirmation from their crew boss today that we're going to do them on this new series. They are... How do I put... Hey, congratulations on winning the race. Nice job, Marcel.
It's not at the party.
They have a very unique... You know who they are, Bloodlust? Yeah, Bloodlust knows who they are. Fear knows who they are. You guys know them? Yeah, they're like... guys, is it safe to say they're like a satanic crew? Like, I don't know how else to describe it. They are...
What, like a cult?
Like a cult. Yeah, they're a cult within
All right.
GTA. They are literally a cult. How did I... Man, I came in last. Damn. Yeah, they're literally a cult within GTA. So, they have this sort of very, like, bloody, sort of dark aesthetic that they have. And I think it's wild. Like, I think it's crazy because it's so different than anything I see anywhere else in GTA. So that's, for me, kind of like Bianchi's. You know, you guys sort of stand out and, you know, and again, stand above a lot of the other crime families that I see in GTA. So I thought it'd be great to feature you guys. And it's the same kind of thing with these guys. They're so different, so, you know, unlike anybody else. I figured I'd give it a shot.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like a cult then? Is it like a... They sit around with candles and stuff, or...
Dude, I don't know. I'm saying I have no idea, but that's the point of the show. I have no idea. I just see their,
Okay.
I see their artwork, and their artwork has lots of like, and again, you got to understand. You know, part of the reason I want to do the interview is to get to know them better and understand them better. Because you know, I'm saying right now they seem like a satanic cult to me. They might disagree with that. They might say it has nothing to do with Satan. It's more to do with you know, Wiccan witchcraft or something. I have no idea. I have no idea. 'Cause, like, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, and the point of this, you know, this show is to try to figure out, you know, those kind of little subcultures within GTA, what makes them tick. Because I think it's so cool, so fascinating.
I've seen a vampire crew before.
A vampire
There used to be
crew?
a vampire crew.
What?
Yeah, it was a bit strange. The guy that ran it was a bit strange.
I would totally interview a vampire crew. I totally
If they're
would
still around,
interview a
I could probably
vampire
find
crew.
them. Oh. But yeah, they tried recruiting my guys once, because that's how I found out about them.
Yeah.
There was they saw some Bianchis in the lobby and was like, oh yeah, join my vampire
How does this
crew.
thing work? Get me off of here.
And
There we go. There we go.
what they basically said
Come on,
is
dude.
you can't go out in the daytime. So basically, any
What?
daytime you have to have either a hat on, or you have to be in your apartment or office or something like that.
Hats
It's really,
on?
really weird.
How do these things work? Do I just hold the gas when I get to these loops? Do you have to steer
Yeah,
at all, or
pretty
just
much.
hold the gas?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hold the gas?
Yeah, you don't need to steer these.
All right.
loops.
No. All right. Yeah, I've only done like 2 stunt races before.
I think there's a couple more stunt races, a couple of TDMs as well.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Although Dawn, you're a shooter. I've seen you in free mode.
Yeah.
What's your what do you like about combat in GTA?
Well, I mean, free aim is good,
Yeah.
and
And you guys are
I
exclusively
sometimes
free aim,
snipe
correct?
people. Yeah, exclusively
Yep.
free aim.
Yeah.
I mean, I do snipe people sometimes, but for the most part, I use ARs. If they're
Yep.
using ARs against me, I use ARs back.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's just fun, innit? It's good.
Yeah. That's all I want to do when I log on.
It actually shows skill.
Yeah, it actually shows skill. You can actually do it, and you have to like get good training and things like that, so you can get blown up.
Fuck is this? Pardon my language. What is going on here? I have no idea how this stuff works. I gotta go up and over this wall, apparently.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. And
it never happened.
just crash off the edge, apparently. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Oh.
I'm getting wrecked here.
Why you do that boy like that?
What do you like about free game mode, Dirty?
I like that it's a challenge. You know, like I say, it's satisfying that you have to, you know, sort of
Work for your kill.
outshoot the other person. Yeah, because it's just a truer form of competition. I guess the biggest problem is the matchmaking and the fact that, you know, again, Rockstar has. You can't fault them for it. Like, it makes a lot of sense by doing, you know, PvP or player-to-player servers as opposed to centralized servers or, you know, even regionalized servers. It makes a lot of sense because it opens up sort of the whole game to the whole world. But obviously the matchmaking is extremely frustrating when you have, you know, people from the UK fighting people from the West Coast in the US, people from Australia fighting people from the UK. You know what I mean? Where there's so much distance that the latency is such that you're not playing the same game at the same time, which is kind of the whole purpose of having, you know, online, you know, PvP games. If you can't balance it, you shouldn't be. I don't know. I think they should make investments in that, and I'm kind of disappointed that Rockstar hasn't made investments in that to make it better.
There's a lot more lag. Like more and more, I'm seeing lag. Like I headshot someone.
Yeah.
And it'll do nothing to them a lot of the time.
Yeah. Well, this is because they've added so much content to the game. You know, with all the military vehicles, the bombers and the insurgents. You know, basically those vehicles are just continuously carrying 5 stars, right? So this is why, you know, you fire a gun, you fire one shot at an insurgent, and it's like, okay, you have 1 star. But in reality, you might as well have 12 stars because there's 42 cops immediately there the second you get a shot off. You know, because, you know, the insurgents just dragging them around the map. So that creates a tremendous amount of lag just because there's so much processing, all that shooting, all those flashing lights, all those cars crashing, all that, you know what I mean? Like, all of that requires, you know, processing power that the game and the consoles just don't have. It just wasn't designed to handle all the nonsense they've packed into the game, as far as I can tell. That's my uninformed, untechnical opinion. It seems logical to me, though.
It's annoying when there's like it's a relatively full lobby, and there's so many APCs and jets and things like that, but the frame rate actually goes down.
Tremendously, and you can feel it. You're like pushing your character, trying to get your character to go forward, and he's not, you know, responding as quickly or as crisply as he would if it were a smaller lobby with less going on, that kind of thing. But
That really frustrates me as well.
Yeah, I find particularly with the shooting aspects of the game, you know, hit market, you know, hit registration is just hugely a mess. I see it all the time, you know, and again, I talked about this a little bit on the last episode with the guys from Banshees. You know, we have this kid Ace in my crew, and when he hosts the session, my bullets are straight marshmallows. Like I can shoot people straight in the head, they don't die, when he's the host of the deathmatch. So like I don't even want to play when he's going to be the host. But that has such a huge influence, just based on whatever server he's playing off of that I'm connecting to. For whatever reason, it's dropping packets and my hits don't register. It's terrible.
We used to have a similar thing where we had a member a while back, not anymore, but when he hosted the lobby, every single time everyone would just lag out. It wouldn't like lag off GTA, but everyone would leave the session for everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating. Like every single day we made it so that, right, make sure he doesn't run the session.
Right. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I have a net Duma that I bought because, you know, it's funny. I feel so naive. You know, I was always striving to get a better connection. So, you know, I'd buy like a monitor with, you know, the absolute lowest, you know, latency and refresh rates. I'd buy, you know, gold tipped, you know, friggin' HDMI cables. You know, I bought the super boost expensive internet connection. I got, you know, you name it, right? And one of the things that I bought along the way is called a NetDuma router, and it allows you to dictate who can join your sessions. Basically, it'll kick people out for you. It'll make it so that they can't join. So I can literally set on my router. I can say I only want to play with people within a 200-mile radius of Boston, and they must have a latency less than 20 milliseconds on the ping rate to NYC. Otherwise, they can't join this lobby. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can set it up that way. The problem is there's just so few players that you can actually play with, particularly in free aim. You know, that thing was like $250, and it sits collecting dust. Because let's face it, lag is actually a good thing in free aim. You want a bad connection. I hate to say it, from what I've seen anyway.
Yeah, it's like Angel has really, 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 really good internet. It's like 200 and something megabyte per second download.
Wow.
And like 50 upload. It's ridiculously good.
Wow.
And like we'll do a 1v1 because we used to do training with him quite a lot.
Yeah.
And we'll do a 1v1 and it can, you know, someday it'll be absolutely fine. Another day it'll be, you know, one shot doesn't even register whatsoever.
Right.
And it's really annoying when you actually pay money for decent internet and it does nothing.
Yeah, right.
At all.
No, it's the worst. It's the worst. So Puma, who's the best shot in your club?
Definitely Don or Alonso.
Don or Alonso? Okay. So those
Yeah,
are
Angel's pretty good to be fair.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Yeah, from what you've seen.
I haven't seen Angel in action yet.
And Puma, how long have you been with the crew?
About 2 months, and it took me like a month and a half to become a made man.
Nice, nice. What kind of privileges do you get when you become a made man, Puma?
Well, basically, like, you're finally in the family now, because like when you're an associate, you're not really part of the family. Plus, you get to boss associates around, and you don't have to do any more pledges. Like, I really hated the pledges. That was shit.
What's a pledge? What's a pledge?
It's like when they make you run around the map, or swim around the map, or like go up Mount Chiliad with a scooter.
Oh no.
Yeah, scooters with no tires.
Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal.
I remember that.
Memories.
And now, Puma, what can you tell me about when you got made? Is there a ceremony? Do you have to take an oath? Can you tell me any of that?
Yeah, you took an oath, and then what Dawn basically does is he pours gasoline over a pool, and then you stand in it, and he shoots it, then you go into the water, and then yeah.
You're baptized into the fam?
Sorry.
I missed that.
Yeah, how it works with that is there's a place up in the vineyards, like in the centre of the map, where we take associates that are getting made.
Okay.
We take them up there, and there's like a mini pool thing that you can stand on. And when people are on fire there, we do this thing where it's like in a real mafia, you'd prick your finger and hold a burning card and all that type of stuff. Obviously,
do you?
Can't do that here. So we kind of improvise.
I got you.
That's pretty much what we got.
Fucking catch up.
Where's catch up on?
Yeah.
That's
Shit,
like
man.
FAA for racing, isn't it?
It really
Yeah.
is.
Oh shit. Oh, was that you that just flew?
Yeah. I put straight off the top.
So now, Dawn, do you guys have any special videos in the works? Anything coming up that you're doing for the YouTube
Alright.
channel or anything?
I have a couple of videos in the works. One's a 3A montage, and I've got another one which is like a Rockstar edited video.
Okay.
Although the actual recordings for that, some of them, I need some more to start with, and a couple need some editing together. That's
Okay.
obviously going to be on the Bianchi Crime Family YouTube.
Yep.
And then there's another one I plan on doing, which is basically, well, I was thinking of calling it like "Fuck Your Buzzard" or something like that, which is like a completion.
Nice. Yeah.
Like there's a few kills I got the other day. Like I was in a fight the other day with a bunch of tryhards, and I was just RPG and buzzards, kind of like one of your Free Aim Savage videos.
Got you.
RPG and buzzards and jets, and there's one guy I shot with an AR out of an APC, and I really want to put that in. And
Nice.
I sniped the guy out of a Bombushka plane, and
What?
I'm just dying to put that into a video. Just really dying to put them into videos because they're brilliant.
Oh, that's great.
I'll
Now
just have
I'm
to cut out the audio and go,
fucked.
whoa!
Oh man, I was having a nice run there for a minute. I was literally just starting to get satisfied with myself. Like, yo, I'm in 5th place. That's pretty good. And then bam, I went right off the friggin' map. Looks like a lot of people did though, so that's all right.
Yeah, I went from 9th to 6th, so...
Jesus Christ.
Is it better to be in the air or on the ground when you're in a car? I mean, reality would say you want to be on the ground.
I think the wheels,
like,
the
what's
wheels work best
faster?
on the ground.
Right? Because you get acceleration, right?
Yeah.
I'm falling sideways.
I don't know how I just stayed alive there.
And a lot of people don't know air control in cars, so it's harder for them to control themselves in the air.
Right? Oh, you mother... I don't know who that was that just knocked me off the damn map. This is why I can't race. I get so ragey. I'm trying to hold it together. Okay, so that's the finale right there. That's the end, yeah? Alright, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Land flat, land flat. Yes! Nice! Alright, I'll take 9th. I'm happy with that.
Landing that is so satisfying. When he's spinning or something as well and you just save it, it's so satisfying.
Right?
I fucked up my land.
I
and
didn't
a
get
nice, like 2-second air bounce.
Me and Angel were neck and neck, and I got a pretty good save. Because I came down
Nice.
sideways, I landed sideways, going down the hill sideways, pulled the e-brake, and like perfectly whipped it back onto the back into my lane and past Angel while he crashed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
That's
dirty.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, like mad dirty,
Marcel just messaged me telling him to tell you that he's sorry.
No, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Tell him I'll see him in the death match. It's not a big deal. It's not a big
He's
deal.
probably watching.
Oh man, I can't wait to tomahawk it. No, just kidding.
I think that's next as well.
Oh good. Oh good.
Nice.
Oh, there goes my first place in
Oh
the
man, I'm so far at the
playlist.
bottom. Damn, Adriano was like crushing it. 42 points. Adriano took first in the last 2 races. I know Marcel took it in the first race, right? Or
Yeah,
I think
that
it
was
was
Marcel.
Marcel. Wow. What up, Bo Peep? Rockin' Dead, how you doing? Michelle Fury, Mama Snuggles. Look at all the girl gamers in the chat right now. It's awesome. Appreciate you ladies coming through. Gang, gang.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. Well, nah, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, Marcel said he's watching.
You're about to
Nice.
see, by the way, that it was not a massive fighting crew.
Oh, good. Oh,
There's
good.
It's like 4 decent shots with this group. Oh no, 4 good shots with this group, and then the rest are
Bloodlust,
either
Queen
noobs or relatively
Olympia.
decent.
Sorry, man.
Oh, this is unfair.
Thank gosh we don't have GTA men in the chat right now. He wouldn't know what to do with all these ladies. I'm gonna send him a clip of that. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, I feel better already. Put that RPG away.
Get it!
Feel like you're back in your homestead.
I do. I really do.
Back
I feel
where you
like
know
home
best.
I feel slow. I feel slow with this aim right now.
Oh, wreck! Nice shooting, Marcel. Oh, Marcel get the first kill on me. Good. At least he's on the other team.
Ah, shit. Might have to take off the suit.
Ooh,
Oh, I see some laggy connections in here. I'm getting nervous.
Yeah, we've got Puma as well. He's from South Africa, so
We did have a question.
Oh,
Somebody, I think it was Michelle Fury was asking, where is everybody from? The people who
this
are in the
party,
chat,
we've got-
yeah.
Yeah, in this party we've got fuck off. me, Vito, Adriano, and Marcel from the UK. Alex from the United States, Alonso from the United States, Puma from South Africa, Kira from the Netherlands.
Okay. So a good mix.
Yeah, it's a lot of different places we got in here.
Africa, Europe, North America, UK. Heck yeah. And do you find it to be a challenge with all the different time zones in terms of scheduling events and that kind of thing?
It can be quiet. Like today, we've not got as many people on as last time.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, right as I was getting on him. Man, Marcel's got me 2-0 now. I'm going to tomahawk him. I have to. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can see the new associates taking cover, so you can tell they're new. Got him. Oh, shit.
I was about to say, Alonso, how are you still alive?
Yeah,
I'm
one shot.
spectating you
Alonso's
just
got
watching that.
moves, bro. He really does.
I love how everyone goes quiet when we're in a deathmatch.
I know. It's so focused.
Yeah, now it's like super serious. Like,
So that's what I'm like in races, but in death matches I just speak and speak and speak.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to wait for Top Dog to pop out. Draw your fire. Oh, no! Oh, man, Marcel's messing me up now.
It's because he heard you on the street.
I know,
Yeah.
I have to go hunt him. I have to go hunt him down now.
Yeah, my aim feels really chunky. Like every time I see Angel, I just panic.
Good shot.
Jesus.
Tuzio wants to know, are you in a commission?
No, we don't do
Tuzio Crime Family said no. Okay. And is that because the commissions are no longer active on PS4?
thanks, Kira.
That's because, well, yeah, that partially. There is a commission on PS4, but again, if we're going to do a commission, then we want to be in commissions with professional families. But the main issue is the fact that we're on PS4 and Xbox One, and obviously not every family is on PS4 and Xbox One, so it's hard to be able to arrange rules when we're in crews on two different platforms.
That makes sense.
But other than that, it's also because I don't like any of the families that are currently around that I've seen so far.
And what is it? Well, and you don't have to say anybody specifically, but what do you look for in a good family, so to speak?
Well, ones that have been around for a while is usually a good sign.
Okay.
Because obviously, like, it's been like 2-week crews. A lot of the time it's just 2-week crews, you know, they start up, they say, yeah, we're the best to get like 90 members off the dot, and then, you know, it disappear.
Yeah,
But, good organisation,
Not what
actually structured ranks.
Oh, come on!
And the ones that do assassinations are often like really trashy. Very often really trashy.
Yep.
So that's usually a bad sign to us. But plus commissions are mostly based just for assassinations, like sorting out the rules for that.
So they're just setups. Like, come to the commission meeting so that they can do a setup. That makes sense. That's funny.
Oh,
What do you primarily use for recruiting? Are you recruiting primarily in lobbies or through social media? How do people find you usually when they want to thinking about joining?
It's mostly through communities.
Yeah.
But lately I've started to notice a lot more people on things like Instagram. A few people from the stream have tried joining.
Okay, so you've already gotten a few applications from that.
Yeah, I've gotten a fair few applications from that.
Oh, good.
But for the most part, mostly communities.
Alonso can shoot, huh? He's got nice
Yes,
footwork.
sir.
He's got nice footwork, nice aim.
Kuma, you're lagging crazy.
I have Kiera is lagging so hard for me that she has green hair like she lagged out. Like, that's how bad my connection is with Kiera right now. Oh, Marcel got... Man,
Damn,
Marcel is
man.
all about killing me. Nice shooting, Marcel.
You didn't like the trash talk game.
What the heck? All of these guys just spawned right on top of me. Oh,
Ah,
man.
shit.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, you've got there. Wow.
Don, do you think your team can get to 100 kills?
Nah, not 100, I don't think.
Ooh.
Sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, we'll see.
Alright.
What the heck? I gotta get my aim. Calm down, worker. Just shoot this dude in the head. What the f... Ah, man, I cannot kill Alonzo. I gotta change guns. It must be the gun. I'm changing guns.
So,
Going
Debbie, do
special
you have
carbine.
do you have like a deathmatch outfit as well, or do you just roll with whatever?
We haven't passed
Alright.
60, I mean 59. There you go.
I'm about to get fucked up. Oh, by an associate as well.
Laps. No, I'm just kidding.
What guns do you use most often?
Yeah.
Convoy, I use the special carbine for long range, and I use the advanced rifle for up close. So like for a TDM like this, I'm going advanced rifle, suppressed, for high rate of fire, low recoil. But for free mode, primarily I'm using the special carbine just because it has good damage and good accuracy at long range. So I use that unsuppressed in free mode. Those are my two primary weapons. Sometimes I use the new MK2 rifle, but literally just because I like the way it sounds more than anything. I don't think that it has any actual performance advantage. I just think it sounds better. It has a nice little cracker to it.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I think I'm about to get 100th kill.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Was I the 100th kill? Son of a...
Yeah, 100th kill.
Oh man, I'm surrounded over here.
What's the score between me and you, Dirty?
3-3 right now, I think. Alonzo is up on
Good
me,
job.
and Marcel is up on me.
Get this guy.
But you guys are way
Oh,
out in
man.
front. I think I got all the associates on my team.
I almost took down Vito too.
Yeah, they got there. Did I
No!
Yeah.
You were one shot too.
Yeah. That's why I was being so much more careful. I saw Puma running up.
Damn, that was a good shot, Kiara.
Yeah, Kira's got green hair for me too.
Me too.
Shit.
Ooh.
Oh shit, so I did this little tunnel thing.
Damn. Keep getting assists.
Angel's been dying all day for this deathmatch.
Wait, nah,
Since
I
we did the
don't
last in the
know.
cut.
Oh! Alonzo's wrecking me. Nice shooting, Alonzo.
Appreciate it.
Don Fiki says he's on if you need him, Don. How are they doing the whole assassination process, and how are they choosing the killer, like the person who is the assassin? So I think Beats is asking, how do you become an assassin for the family? But it sounds to me like you guys don't even do that much anymore, right?
Yeah, we don't.
So there's your question.
I mean, we used to, but
Yeah.
I mean, anyone would. If we were gonna do it, it'd just be anyone, like how we used to do it. It'd most of the time be me or the underboss, but could be anyone.
I didn't get to see
But again, we don't
anything.
do that anymore. So.
So I guess Beats, what the Dawn is saying is pay closer attention, would you?
Very much.
All right, next map
Luke
is...
time.
Hey, I know this map!
Yeah, I put this in specifically for you as well.
Did I ask you to? I can't remember. I may have. I'm always trying to get
Don't
plays
think so.
on it. I love this friggin' map. This map has over 1,000, well over 1,000 plays on it now. Between
That's pretty decent. You
Xbox
should do another
and
one like this.
PS4. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. You know, the challenge is the number of pieces. There's just not that many. There's not that many pots that you can put down. I wish we could use more. You know, more props. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not enough to really like go wild. Oh, I just bought body ammo by accident.
Don, look at the teams.
All right, this is where I camp. This is where the camping will occur.
Oh shit! Look at this team.
Yeah. Good game. I'm sorry to tell you, Don. And 30.
Nah, you've got
Vito.
Angel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Marcel.
Oh my god. The first gun I see is Angel holding a sniper. Yeah, he's changed now.
Oh shit, right there.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this map is that people can come out of nowhere sometimes. They're playing it and they'll just surprise you.
Oh, I got him one shot. Let me get it. Let me get that last shot. Let me get that last shot. Oh, he snacked up. He got the health packs over there. Nice. Reload.
Oh, where'd you come from, Don?
Alright.
Yeah, it's 3 people shooting me. Oh my god, second headshot.
That's almost.
Jeez. Good shot.
Oh, shit, so fucking
Good
rusty.
shots.
Ah,
Yes.
good kill.
Oh no, I love that.
Nice.
Who's that green hair? Oh, Puma.
Yeah, there's a couple of times I've seen people with green hair and I've just thought, right, they're getting laps.
I didn't like that shit.
No!
Peekaboo. Come on.
I have no health.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Oh! I have no health.
Damn it. Where's my RPG? No.
Dude. That was not an accidental right click.
Ah, shit.
I'm doing so terrible.
Oh, and that's so sick as well.
I actually wonder why these teams are different. Usually it keeps the same teams all the time.
It's probably because I was spectating last time and this time
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
I accidentally left. Instead of betting on my team, I left instead.
Ah, okay.
Behind you, Adriano.
What the fuck? It just popped out the wall.
Oh, I was gonna try smacking you.
No, I don't usually rifle
How
it
long
on
did it take-
purpose.
How long did it
Oh, no!
take you to
That
make
was
this map?
close enough.
This map, so I made this map twice, right? I made this once on PS4 and once on Xbox One, right? The one on PS4 took me so much time, it's embarrassing. Like, you have to ask yourself, like, why a grown man would spend so much effing time building a stupid TDM map. Like, it took me hours, right, to do it the first time. Oh, that was terrible aim. Nice shooting, Angel. Absolutely hours. It took me forever. But then it's funny when I redid it on Xbox, it was like not even an hour. Like, you know, probably 40 minutes to do it the second time. But once I kind of knew what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it, and I just needed to get the parts in the right places, it went really fast. But it took me some time trying to figure it out. You know, how to do the stairs and that kind of thing, so that you don't just trip on them, get hung up on them, so that they're smooth. That kind of thing. I wish I could have like 25 more props though. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
What's the cap then?
I forget, but it's nowhere near enough.
It's like 100 for the normal thing.
It's something
I was
like
looking at it
that.
because I was going to make for training, I'm going to make a map that's like out in the hills.
Yeah.
So that it's actually like proper free mode training.
Oh, decent.
Somebody's stalking me over here and I can't find them. There they are.
Maybe it's that troller.
Yep.
Oh, I swear to God. Good shot, Adriano.
Oh, fuck. No, I just see Vito walk across the screen and all of a sudden I just like dip to the ground dead. Like, alright,
Oh.
cool.
Puma's gotten better. He's up on me, but too.
Yeah, he's got me too.
Oh. Ah, one of the trucks exploded.
Yeah, it must have been where we're just getting shot up out of that.
What the? No way. No effing way.
I
Oh
watched
my
that.
gosh. I had so many free shots at the back of Angel's head. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Oh, that was embarrassing. You know, when you're outside the buildings, this is a hard shooting map because there's so many level changes. Like, you gotta plant your feet and aim. Alright, I gotta go back and camp because I've taken some L's here.
Alex, watch out, you got 2 people coming to you.
That's me.
Somebody's in here already! No! Alex is already in the place! Oh, man.
Oh my God,
man.
I cannot land any headshots.
Now I got a losing streak on my hands.
Oh shit, you're gonna do that, fuck. Why? It's like behind them.
Okay, Alonzo is in God mode.
shit.
I've just shot him way too many times.
I get that a lot.
To be fair, I quite laggy in this. Someone I saw the other day, it was a... You know those Republican Space Ranger things from the GTA series? And
yeah.
one of them was invincible in the lobby the other day, and I have no idea how they did that.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of, like, there's just, again, the game is so broken now. And you might as well be on PS3 again, because with all the director mode glitches, for God mode and fast run and everything else, it's like playing with people with, like, ultra modified accounts anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can glitch so much into the game now. Who the oh, son of a bitch. I thought I was camped out pretty securely there for a minute. I'm climbing again like a
Do you
noob.
fight against mafias often, Dirty?
No. Like I said, I just don't even see them that often anymore. But when I do, I'm always so impressed with the whole security squads and all of that. I love the security details. You know, that's obviously a big focus in MCs, is making sure that everybody's doing their jobs and that kind of thing, and sticking to the rules. So, you know, I don't know. I really like that because GTA is so crazy. I feel like it could be an even better game if there wasn't so much like OP like trash in it. So I like seeing players who, you know, stick to a certain kind of code. Why did I have to reload right then?
Oh, good shot.
Thank you.
Yeah, only bad thing... Oh, no, there's a lot of bad things about fighting mafias, but... Bad thing about fighting mafias is, when I use snipers, like, it's a simple AR game, and then they're determined to use snipers once they start getting beat.
Yeah, I can't stand that either. Yeah, there's a lot of just low class players that just, you know, and I don't think it's exclusive to Mafia families, obviously. I think it's all throughout GTA. They just don't, you know, they can't take an L, so to speak, you know, legitimately. Like, no matter what. They're willing to do whatever it takes not to lose on the scoreboard. But, you know, again, I just always come back to the fact that what's the scoreboard even mean if you're not playing clean? You know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody's using ARs and you come out with RPGs, how can you take any satisfaction out of the fact that you're up on the scoreboard? I don't even understand how the scoreboard can even be a priority for you if you're going to play like a bum. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing I can't get my head around with these tryhards. Is if you don't play clean... Oh, that was an accidental. I was trying to shoot. That was a total accident. Sorry, Angel. This rifle butted Angel. My credibility is shot now, though, because I did
Adriano, like he's just
intentionally
passed
auto.
on.
Oh! I just got rifle butted back. Kiara. Nice.
Good shot.
Hey, what up, MTG Gaming? Welcome. Oh, that's funny. Shell Fury is saying it's because it's all about KD. But again, so many of these bums have modded accounts. I don't even see how the KD even comes into it. Their KDs are all like -400 anyway. Somebody's down there.
Done.
Finally got a
making my
headshot on
stick reload.
Angel. No, and I gotta reload right in front of myself. Come on. Oh, so much rifle butting. I feel bad. I feel like I started that. Nice shooting, Alex.
Thanks.
Oh, god damn it.
Yes. Satisfaction well ended.
No!
Good game.
How was that most valuable player?
Nice work, Adriano. What's the job name? It's Construction Phase 2, Neil.
Nice.
It's the same
Yeah,
name,
there's one
Construction Phase 2. Nice shooting.
Ooh, 1.5k. Winnings.
1.23 KD, I'll take it. As long as I go positive, that's all I care about. I'm kind of a tryhard when it comes to these TDM maps on the show. I even want to go positive on capture maps. This is great. I appreciate you guys taking all this time to come out and do this today.
So I really appreciate being on here.
Absolutely.
I gotta finish top 3 in this race. I'm gonna be disappointed myself if I don't.
You know what, I'll change it to custom vehicles on,
Okay.
so you have a chance to do it.
Nice, thank you. It's not going to help me any. I can't do these races. I do appreciate
It's
it.
definitely not gonna help me.
I don't know what the best bike is for us.
Crew bike.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
2000cc super bikes weren't designed to spend. Man, my bike's only 1780cc in real
Jeez,
life.
it's so long.
It's a beast. It's a beast.
Yeah, it definitely is a beast.
Such a big bike.
It's a drag bike?
No, it's a Harley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I haven't done this race for ages.
Did you get a bike just because you joined Reaper Lords?
No.
Like because of being in the MC community or something?
No. I don't role play that hard.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys get bikes literally just because they're in MCs on GTA.
No, I had guns before I played GTA. I stole cars before I played GTA. I did a lot of things before I played GTA.
It's real life shit.
Yeah, I always tell people I was playing GTA 20 years before it was a video game. Long behind me, though. Long behind me. No way, Marcel. No way. Oh, Marcel's even beating me at the race now. No, what the fuck is this? Are you?
I saw that. I saw you fly into the
Did you
bridge.
just land in the bridge?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I did. What the f? How does that even happen?
Oh no.
I was in like 3rd place.
Oh.
Now I'm in 12th.
Oh, you're second.
That is beyond frustrating.
Oh, done your second. Hello.
Yeah, it was good me saying this bike has a lot of speed on it, but it's got absolutely no handling.
Which bike?
The
Your
new
batty.
crew bike.
I think it does.
Yeah, when you're going like steep around
That's
corners,
the
it does.
e-brake.
No, you just tap the brake a little bit, not the e-brake.
Yeah.
Tap the brake,
I
release
tapped
the
brake.
acceleration, pull the acceleration back on afterwards.
I tapped the e-brake while I pressed the acceleration. It makes me kind of like a downshift I feel. Keeps the engine high RPM running fast.
Yeah. I fucked that. I know I'm a 5th. Fuck. Come on, step up
Who's
the game.
first? Oh, I'm
You.
first.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was.
right.
How can I only be in 9th when I'm trying this friggin' hard?
Angel's in second. Oh,
Oh damn.
I was going to put those new transform races in here, but I thought, nah, that's just absolutely awful. I hate
Are they
them
any
so
good?
much.
Have you done them? Oh, you don't like them?
Yeah, they're absolutely dreadful.
Oh no.
I mean, I did them quite a lot because it was double RP and money, but
Yep.
I hated it. Absolutely despised it. And the one before that came out, the one where you have to, and it's like a capture of life with planes, is so bad.
Never played it, to be honest.
Because you can't kill anyone.
Yeah.
Go, 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 yes! Oh, that catch-up game.
Have you guys all done these races before?
Yeah.
Not for a while.
Yeah.
Was that you, Adriano? Or was that you, Alonso?
I was first. So.
That was you? Bastard.
Brutal.
I think this is the last of the playlist, I'm not sure.
Good, I'm sick of getting smoked.
Yeah, this is nice.
Oh man. Well, I got to tell you, this has been a tremendous amount of fun for me. It was exactly what I was hoping for. You know, to get to look at and understand better a different kind of crew than I normally play with. So I really appreciate you guys opening yourselves up and letting me and the folks who watched get to learn more about you.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on the stream, man.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Nice
A lot
seeing
of
you
fun.
again.
Yeah, likewise, likewise. And I do hope you get some. I do hope you get some good opportunities for recruitment from this. Like I say, I'm fascinated by you guys. I love seeing what you're doing out here, and I do hope to see it grow. I'd like to see more, families sort of sprout up over time, and see sort of a revival of the Mafia families in GTA. I think would be good for the game. But particularly, I'd like to see you guys continue to be strong and continue to grow. So I hope you get some applications from this. I will definitely put into the chat all your social media outlets, your Instagram, I think your Twitter's dead. You don't use that anymore, right?
Our Twitter is dead, yeah.
Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, and your social club. What's the best way if somebody wanted to join the family? What's the right way to approach that?
Either way, they have to go to the website. So if you go to the website, BianchiCrimeFamily.webs.com, or you can just search the Bianchi Crime Family in Google and it's the first thing that comes up. Read through the website so you get a basic idea of what we actually do, to make sure you actually want to join and it's not too strict, it's your actual style. And then there's a part on the homepage where it says apply for the family here. Apply there and fill out the questions, and then we'll get back to you within 4 days.
Within 4 days? Outstanding. That's really great turnaround. Awesome. Awesome. All right, well, like I say, I want to say a big thank you, obviously, to the Bianchi Crime Family for taking time to be on the show today. This was really great. This is your second time around, so I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I want to say a huge thank you to Mama Snuggles for being the best damn moderator in all of GTA live streaming, maybe all live streaming in the history of the world. I don't know, just the best moderator ever. Really appreciate you, Mama. To all of my sponsors, everybody on Notification Squad, much love to you guys. All you green names in the chat, thank you so much. I appreciate you like crazy. And for everybody else who watched today, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it.